Alright, so here we have Bitcoin, and once again, we are pretty much just going sideways. Slightly lower highs, basically same lows, and looks like we're forming some sort of descending triangle. Moving averages are converging back to each other once again. We did find support on the POC, point of control, and the VPVR here to your right, which measures horizontal volume at a certain price point. Haven't made a video in a few days. I mean, the volatility's just been going down below its moving average for days now. So we're going to have a short update today and get ready for the move because the move is coming. I know I've been saying that for days, but the move is coming probably this week. And that's what we've been saying for days. So we're going to have short update today, stay ahead of the curve, and find out what happens next. So like I said, looks like we're forming some sort of descending triangle here. So we could take a measured move, find out where we can go here. That would bring us below the POC, which that is where we need to stay above in order to be bullish. But once we break that level, we're probably going to see 18,750. So that measured move would lead us down to 19K, which actually 19,060. Basically this last wick low, which would not be good because that would break bullish structure. So your 21's coming down. Looks like it's going to cross your 50. If these moving averages cross below this 100 and start to fan out, that's going to be another variable that would lead us down to 18,750. Right now your RSI entering the bearish control zone, coming back up for a retest. If this signal line gets down to this bearish control zone, that's going to add massive resistance. I could see us possibly getting up to the signal line, then get rejected and entering the bearish control zone. If we do break this last low in the bearish control zone, I expect us to go a lot deeper, probably down to the 32.2 region. Let's see here. Do we have any divergences? Actually, we do. We have bearish divergence from this point to this point, which probably already played out. I mean, so far we've had a from close to close. Probably not. It's a 1.74 move on the 1 hour. So that could probably lead us down to that 19K point. Another variable leading us down to 19K. MACD crossed its signal line. Now it's crossing the zero line, but barely. Negative momentum's pretty stable, slightly decreasing. And as your BBWP is below its moving average, heading down to lower zone. So, could consolidate here still. I would expect us, if we do come up to the 21 and the 50, to get rejected. Also have a VPVR spike at that level. So basically right where we're at is going to provide major resistance. And if we break down, that's what's going to lead us to 19K. All right, so we got the bearish divergence, we got a descending triangle, we got our momentum turning bearish as your BBWP is going lower. So once it crosses this moving average and they both have positive slopes, that's when the move is going to happen. But it'll probably happen after the move starts, okay? So if this thing breaks down, oh, by the way, if it breaks to the upside, let's see where that could lead us. So if it breaks to the upside, about 19,680. And basically this last high. Now, whether we would get a BART, what a BART is when the price action either goes up or down, and we're going to go down this way, chops around, and then pops back up. Now, whether we get a BART and a double top and another fake out is going to be another story. We did have a little bit of a fake out of this trend line and came back in it, which was not a good sign. Right now we're being held up by the 100. So like I said, if we start breaking the 100 in this POC, it's going to lead us down to 19K. All right. So bullish case is that we break out of this trend line at about 19,450. Bearish case is that we break the POC, point of control, at about 19,140. All right, and if we do, we'll probably go down to 18,750. If we break up, probably go to I'd say 19,700. Possibly a wick up to that level. And then we'll come back to it because we got these last highs up here. All right. It's going to be major resistance, especially at the side of this VPVR level right here, this VPVR spike, and then after that, we're going to have some hot air up until we get to 19,810. All right. So then we'll come back to it. Let's go to order blocks and Stokes. Okay. So got rejected from a bearish supply block. You did close above the Bollinger Bands, had a fake out, came back down, being held up by the 20 SMA, which is the middle band on the Bollinger Bands. Came down, got held up by this double demand bullish order block, and came back up. That's when we got above the 20 SMA. Now, if we break down, like I said, below that POC, we're probably going to go to 18,750. Right now, your stochastic testing its signal line, basically converging and diverging down the signal line, slightly down to the right. You had a strong downside curvature here, leaving the overbought region. So we are testing the top of the bearish control zone right now. If we do get rejected from this signal line and enter that bearish control zone, that's going to be another variable to take us to that 19K. Right now we are on the 4-hour. Okay, so yeah, we went over the bearish and bullish cases. Just stay nimble right now because the move is coming. And yeah, just get ready because there will be a good opportunity here coming very soon. My guess is that it would be this week. Let's move on to Ethereum. By the way, if you guys are liking this video so far, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below, one being the Discord. It is the place to be. We figure out this market collectively. We talk about these moves before they happen. We stay ahead of the curve. Definitely join the Discord. We're growing fast, very active. Yeah, man, I'll see you there. So here on Ethereum, still respecting our red box. Got rejected from the top of it. Now we are moving sideways, basically in another range from about 1335 to 1350. I'd say 1350 for 1352. So right now your moving averages are all above each other, pretty fanned out. If Ethereum breaks this last high at 1365, my next stop would be 1400. And that's if we break this last high. I mean, that's pretty clear cut. 1365, you go up to 1400. If you break the 200, actually, if you break the 100 at 13, I'd say 1325, because by the time you get down to the bottom of this red box, that 100 is going to come up. I would expect you to come down to 1300 once again. 1300 is the level that will decide where we go. If we break 1300, next stop is 1200. We break 1200, $1,000 is in the cards once again. So let's see, your momentum oscillators, which are your RSI and your MACD, looks like they're forming some sort of symmetrical triangle. I'm not much of a pattern trader, but I have found that patterns work out pretty good on the RSI. So that's basically what we're looking at. And considering we went into this symmetrical triangle down, has a more probability that it breaks down from here. Measured move would lead us into the bearish control zone. And if we do that, that's when I would guess that we would probably break the bottom of this box. Do we have any divergences? No, we do not. Okay, so, well, let's see here. Nope. Okay, nope. MACD. Below its signal line, working its way down to the zero line. Negative momentum is decreasing at the moment. So maybe we get a bounce at this support level right here at 0.61, somewhere around there. Unless it turns around from here, comes back up to the 5.58 region, gets rejected from this high, and then continues down. BBWP is very low, but it's curling around. So if it can get back above this moving average at the 30, well, we'll say By the time it gets down there, it's going to be about 30%. Actually, I would say 28% by the time it gets up to there. So if that can cross that moving average, get a positive slope, that's when the move's going to happen. Now, Ethereum, however, looks like it has an ascending triangle. Let's see where that would take us up to, because what I think it's going to take us up to is the top of this red box. Exactly. That'll take us up to the top of this red box and this last high. If we break down, it's going to take us to the bottom of the box, 1325. So, but we don't have any confirmation until we break this one way or the other, this red box. This red box is very important. I've had this red box drawn since... We've had it drawn for a long time. We've had this red box drawn since this low right here. So it's been basically converging and diverging away from it in a range from about 1350 to 1400. That's basically the range that we've been in for a while. Days, weeks. Yeah, weeks. So we're going to find out what happens next. Either we're going to break the top of the box or we're going to break the bottom. If we do break out of the top of this ascending triangle, we're most likely going to go to the top. But a lot of this is going to depend on what Bitcoin does as well. So we got a lot of hot air above us if we do break out. If we do break out of that 1350 level, we got a lot of hot air above us. If we can break 1400, the next stop is 1600. Now, that is very improbable. All right, but I'm just giving you the bullish case, the massive bullish case. All right, but we're going to talk about the bearish case. Bearish case, like we said, is 1300, which just so happens to end right at these order blocks. So if we break 1300, $1,000 is in the cards, especially if we break 1255, the bottom of this bullish order block. Stochastic is in the bullish control zone with a strong upside curvature above its signal line. We have strong resistance in this overbought region at about the 95.07 level. Excuse me. And yeah, I mean, if we could stay in the bullish control zone, we could probably break out of this ascending triangle. Now, if we leave the bullish control zone and break this last low, I would expect this to come all the way down to the bearish control zone, and I would expect this to break down. Okay, so let's move on to Solana. We went over the bullish and bearish cases of Ethereum. Now we're going to move on to Solana. Once again, you guys like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Join the Discord. Let's see here. In a range. Basically a range right now from about 1218 to 1258. So basically a 40-cent range. RSI in the bearish control zone. Okay, so we have high resistance where the signal line at the top of the bearish control zone is. We're probably gonna excuse me. Okay. We're gonna have high resistance here. We're probably gonna test the top of this bearish control zone and then break this last low at 38.88 region. We're gonna have high resistance there. Like I said, we're probably gonna break down. Our MACD had a retest after the zero line got crossed. It looks like our negative momentum's trying to pick back up after you tested the signal line, resumption down. BBWP, check this out. Here comes the move on Solana, crossing its moving average. If we can get a positive slope on that moving average, here we go. We're either going to break down or break up out of this range. Respecting our purple zone, had a little fake out, had another fake out, got rejected from the 200, got pushed back into the purple zone. We're actually going to extend this purple zone to right here. Yep. We're going to extend that purple zone right there. Big purple zone, but it's respecting the price action. So, once again, watch the BBWP, then watch your momentum. See where you're at compared to where you're at in the bearish control zone, where you're at with the MACD line. If you get a strong downside curvature and break these last lows where we're sitting right now at the 0.08 level, probably going to break down all the way down to 0.13. on the MACD, which would probably lead us down back to these last lows right here at about 27.72. All right, so stay nimble on Solana right now. Solana don't look too good, making lower highs, lower lows. Definitely watch Solana. I mean, we're making lower highs, lower lows on higher term time frames, but we're going to stay on the 1 hour today because, I mean, this shit's basically just going sideways, boring ass price action, but we're about to break out. We are about to break out or break down 100% within this week is my guess. All right, so, oh, wrong button. Let's go over to the order blocks for Solana. We got a lot of hot air under us right now. We really don't have much stopping us. Stochastic has a strong downside curvature, got rejected from its signal line in the bearish control zone, pretty deep in the bearish control zone. We're really not going to have resistance until we get down here to the 20.00 level, which is the oversold region. So yeah, I mean, Solana don't look too good. If we break this last low, 27.50, probably going to go down to $25. That would be my guess. $25 is the next level, which is, let's see what kind of move that is. From right where we're at right now, that's a 10% move, or a 11.5% move. It's nothing to really play with. Good opportunity. So that's about it. Bullish cases that you break this last high, 29.25. I would expect you to come all the way up to 30.09 region, where these VPVR levels and this bearish order block is. If you can break that bearish order block, I would expect you to go all the way up to 31.30. But that's far away right now, basically. But that would be a nice move as well. Let's go see here. This move is 6.5%. Next move that I would expect would be 11%. So I'm expecting us to either go here at 31.36 region or down to $25 with this next move. The big move is coming. I mean, we'll go to the daily BBWP real quick. Let's see here. I'd like to see the daily BBWP. Look at that low read. You did cross your moving average, but you're coming back down. So, question is, are we going to consolidate for a little longer, or your moving average already has a positive slope? So if we can get back above it, that's when it's going to happen. This is a daily move, not a 1 hour move, not a 4 hour move. This is a daily move. I mean, it's a big move coming, Watch Bitcoin, watch your BBWP, watch your momentum oscillators, and stay nimble. Once again, join the Discord, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, turn on the bell notifications so you get notified with this time-sensitive content. Everyone have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.